So here are the reasons for such a strategy. Impunity, constant incitement of the Kyiv regime to continue provocations, to continue terrorist acts against civilian targets, against peaceful citizens of the Russian Federation. These actions do not cease, and of course, they will receive a worthy response, and Russia will achieve all those goals that they are trying to block. The European Union, by the hands of the Kyiv, by the hands of the Kyiv regime. Europe has become rabid. I can't find another word for it. EPAN even suggests itself. They are now part of the international arrogance towards the Russian Federation, constantly inciting their peoples, instilling in them, in the spirit of Goebbels-like propaganda, that Russia is an eternal enemy, an existential threat, that Russia is about to attack Europe. Therefore, social problems, economic failures, and the process of deindustrialization observed in Germany and other European countries should be forgotten. And all forces, all resources, all taxes are being directed exclusively towards the militarization of Europe. And this is sad. The lessons of history must not be forgotten. But they are clearly poorly learned by the current generation of both Germans and French and representatives of other European countries. When the descendants of those Germans, having taken leadership positions in the modern Federal Republic, regardless of their origin, they begin not just to promote but tarnish, but proudly present claims to everyone in the spirit of what is now the Fourth Reich, which of course leads to the thought that such a revival of Nazism cannot be allowed. And I am convinced that the peoples of European countries, including the healthy part of the German people, perfectly understand any attempts that are now threatening us. The German Minister of Defense, for example, stating that if necessary, we will be ready to kill Russian soldiers. Statements by NATO leaders that they are about to preemptively crush the Kaliningrad region, well, this probably sends a very alarming signal to any normal, I emphasize normal person, about what plans are brewing in Brussels, in Berlin, and of course in Paris and London. So here are the reasons for such a strategy. Impunity, constant incitement of the Kyiv regime to continue provocations, to continue terrorist acts against civilian targets, against peaceful citizens of the Russian Federation. These actions do not cease, and of course, they will receive a worthy response, and Russia will achieve all those goals that they are trying to block. The European Union, by the hands of the Kyiv, by the hands of the Kyiv regime. I really hope that the reasonable approach that the Trump administration showed in this situation, after it changed, the Biden administration, which was in unison with the rabid Europeans, that this reasonable approach, including readiness for dialogue, readiness to listen and hear, it will still not go unnoticed by the Europeans, despite all the current discussions about the need to arm the Kyiv regime again and again at the expense, I emphasize once more, of European taxpayers.